Welcome to At the Vanguard. We're TB Vanguard, and our motto is for fans by fans. We showcase fans on the front line of the Team VZ movement. This podcast is an open forum to discuss current topics as they relate to Chris Brown and his fan base.
All right, everybody. Welcome to At the Vanguard. Thanks for tuning in. Today is April 14th, 2018, and we'll just go around and start with our names. I'm Nikki.
Paula.
I'm Shay.
Tammy.
This is Jandy.
This is Dee. Okay.
So we got a few topics to cover. We'll start with the first topic that has to do with Instagram. And Paula, do you want to specifically just say exactly what happened? Because I kind of came into it at the end of everything. And what I saw was just like 2 comments on a post after I read everybody else's commentary. So I just want to make sure that I know exactly what happened.
Well, okay. Well, a lot of it's speculation, but we'll just say what happened on Shade Room is that they posted a picture of she who must not be named and her boyfriend kissing in a pool. And there's somebody posted, somebody posted, and it looks like it's from Chris's account, the emoji of a couple together and a man walking away from the couple, and then below that, from the same one that looks like Chris's account, it says gold. Maybe he did it, we don't know. We don't know whether he did it or not. Doesn't look like his style, but supposedly, he did. And sometime later, Chris deactivated his Instagram. So that's the big news, that Chris is not on Instagram. Okay, one sec. So we have somebody just called in. Who called in?
This is April.
Hi, April.
Hey, April.
Hi, April.
Hello.
Hey, April.
Hi, everyone.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm glad Go ahead, April.
I didn't catch what Paula was saying.
I was just explaining the whole
recap it.
thing of the correlation, the possible correlation between the emojis under the picture of she who must not be named and her boyfriend, and Chris deactivating his Instagram.
Okay. So I'll just say, because what you missed was I asked Paula to just explain exactly what happened, because I saw all the commentary commentary being written by you all after the fact. And so what she basically explained is what I saw. So I just wanted to make sure that what I saw was what you guys were all commenting on, because I thought it was much bigger based on everything that I was saying. And so then when I saw the post, I was like, oh, okay. but and not to minimize anything, but I'm just saying I didn't know what everybody was commenting on, and so Paula was just verifying what actually happened. So Paula, if you want to do round robin so that we can make sure everybody's heard and we don't have people talking at once.
Well, April, since you're an A, so you're first.
So, was it confirmed that he was hacked, or he really did delete his Instagram?
Oh no, well he deactivated his Instagram, as far as we know.
Do we know why?
No, we don't know why. We just know that he did, or somebody did.
And no news is out about it, right? There's been no news,
Right.
No,
I haven't seen anything about it.
Okay.
no.
Well, I'm more on Twitter. I get on Instagram too, but I'm not as actively involved on Instagram as I am on Twitter. So, maybe he's decided to, just start reaching out to his fans via Twitter now. So that would be great.
I don't know. Nicki Minaj deactivated her account for like a month and came back, and she still had her followers and still had all her posts, and everything was still there. So I mean, I think you have to wait a minimum of 7 days to reactivate. But that's for people like us. Maybe it would be less for somebody registered. But as far as I know, you can reactivate at any time. So as long as it's not deleted, and it's not that big a deal. But
right.
Shay, what did you think?
I was just as confused because I woke up this morning to it. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what's going on? But I honestly don't think that, he disabled the account because of that situation. I just honestly think that he needs a break from social media in general. And I think that the break is good for him.
That is great. Even though you're breaking up, I'm sorry you're breaking up, but that sounds very rational. Okay, D.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was good. It just broke up a little bit, but we got you. Okay, D.
I don't know. For me, I saw when everybody was going crazy when he commented. But Chris, if he commented, it wasn't his style. Okay, on what the comments are, because he always uses the emoji eyes and all this and all that. But he's all the way half across the world. He's in China, and so to me, if he did respond, so what? He always does it. He'll do that, and he'll know that his comments will take over the original post. But it just, to me, seemed like it was hacked, and I heard it was hacked, but I don't know if it was or wasn't, just because it wasn't the response wasn't his style of responding. And then as far as him deactivating, that's why I thought it was hacked. I felt that it was hacked, and then he saw that, whoever was saying whatever they were saying could come back and say even more stuff because people were going in both sides. And so when he deactivated it, I wasn't surprised because if he was hacked, whoever it was would still be saying other stuff. If it was him and everybody's misconstruing what he's saying, then there could be a desire for him to come back and explain everything and then have that misconstrued. So I wasn't really surprised he deactivated it. And I didn't see it as, the end of the world type of thing. He's deactivated his stuff before. He didn't delete, he just deactivated. All his followers are there, all his posts are still there, it's just deactivated.
Okay, Jandy?
I don't think it's a big deal. He deactivated it. His account. He did what he wants to with it. I don't know if he made the comments or not. I don't know. Maybe he did it. Maybe he didn't. If he did, maybe he's just, because when stuff about her pops up, people start tagging him and just trying to get him to say stuff. Maybe if he made the comment, maybe that was just him being like, I'm tired of this. Y'all leave me alone. I'm done. I'm over it. Golly, let it go. Maybe he did deactivate it because people won't leave him alone. I don't know, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Everybody just, golly, calm down. He's human.
Right.
He can't do anything without everybody just watching him. Like, I can't even imagine, whether he does something, whether he doesn't do something. It's just, leave him alone. I couldn't live like that. I really couldn't. It would get on my nerves. I wouldn't have social media. But,
Okay. I'm sorry, my screen just closed. Okay, Nikki.
Again, I don't know if he made the comments or not, but it does seem odd because he's never written goals. I don't think on anything. So that was odd, and the emoji with the people like that was odd. So I don't know if he said it or not, but I do know that there is a significant impulse control issue. So and so I'm just like, well, it wouldn't be quote unquote the first time of him finding it hard to not respond to something because he does have impulse control issues. Mm-hmm. But along the same lines, it's not written in his style.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But like I said, it was interesting reading all that commentary because I was like, oh God, what the hell happened?
Right.
And then seeing that and be like, oh, whew, thought it was worse. Because I did, because he can do a lot worse. So I thought it was worse. So I was like, oh, that's it. I was like, okay. But I think part of the issue though is that when you follow blogs, one, you're going to see it on whatever they post on your timeline, and two, if you don't see it on your timeline, people are going to make sure you see that on your timeline.
Yeah,
so,
he actually had them blocked for a long time, but I mean, people tag him so much it's pointless because I mean, he's still gonna get it. So yeah, they drive him crazy with it. Okay, Tammy.
Yeah.
I feel like if he didn't do it, if his account was hacked, because it's still not clear yet what's really going on. He hasn't said anything. No one has said anything. So it's just not clear if he actually made those comments or why he activated his account. So if that's the case, then it wasn't him. If he did leave those comments, he needs to stop. He really needs to stop because there's no need for him to do that at all. If it is an impulsive situation or whatever, then he needs to, deal with it, because those kind of comments, it's inappropriate actually. It's uncalled for. It's not needed. And if he made the comments and deactivated his account because of it or because of the people that will be atting him afterwards, then that's because, maybe if he did make those comments, he shouldn't make them. If you have to deactivate for, leaving comments. So that's just how I feel about it. Whatever the issue is, and I know a lot of people add him because I read the comments and I see it. But he's not the only one being added on things like, especially about their exes. A lot of people are, and, they don't go and leave those kind of comments at all. They just have to ignore it. You just have to deal with it or find some kind of way to deal with it. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't help but, I hate to be dismissive, but I mean, I kind of think it seems like everybody has such an overreaction to it. Let me just put it in this light. I grew up, big Michael Jackson fan from the time I was 8 years old. When I was in my 30s was when the big scandal hit. The first time he was accused of child molestation, a heinous crime. Okay, and I didn't stop being his fan. I waited, to see what happened, and there was no resolution for that first time. The first time it was he just paid the people off, which is what they really wanted anyway. And so really, it wasn't satisfying because we didn't have a clear decision of guilty or not guilty. And then after that, instead of, now this is poor decision making. But instead of cutting these people off and not having kids at his house, not letting Make-A-Wish people use his house and all of that, he still let that go on and had kids at his house, and it happened again. He had a second accusation. And I still stayed his fan, and it was, I don't remember how long it took for him to go to trial, and then the trial itself, but of course he was eventually exonerated. My point in saying all of that, because I know you're wondering why she's saying all this, I stayed with my phase through heinous accusations. There are people having fits and saying that they're not going to be a fan of Chris anymore over him possibly liking a picture or commenting on a picture on Instagram. I'm sorry, that is just so, do you see how minor that is? I mean, why I see it as so minor? I mean, I've had to deal with, as a fan, with some horrible things. And I always like, I don't know, the most brilliant artists, but they always come with all these troubles like this. It just comes with the territory. I don't know. I just feel like it's such a huge overreaction to something. He didn't murder anybody. I mean, it's a comment on a picture.
Well, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything negative. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, he didn't say anything negative. He didn't
No.
say anything harsh, and he's free to comment like everybody else is, and he's tagged. So say something and move on with it.
I don't think he should comment.
I'm talking about the last situation, and even the one before that. He said, "Oh, they were a good-looking couple" or whatever. He's tagged consistently, so he responds and says whatever he says, and he didn't say anything negative. If he's the one who posted the two comments, it was nothing negative. So I just didn't see what the whole hoopla was. And he can comment. I don't see why he can't.
I disagree because I feel he shouldn't comment at all. This is a lady that has a restraining order against him, has made heinous accusations or violent accusations against him. He has done a lot of things, referring or directly to this lady on the internet, mostly internet. Well, majority internet, off and on for a couple of years now. And I think at this point in time, if she has moved on in another relationship, there's no reason for him to comment anything, especially because there's a restraining order in place. And it just, to me, it just justifies her getting the restraining order.
But Tammy, our opinions don't mean anything because he can do whatever he wants to do, and he just suffers the consequences of it. Just like nobody can tell you what to like or not to like based on what you've done in your past on social media. It's not like you went to your house and dropped off a package. But here's the thing, though.
The reason why I'm saying it is so he doesn't suffer any consequences.
But Tammy, he has free will to do whatever he wants to do, and I think it's kind of ridiculous for us to hold other people to a standard we don't even hold ourselves to. And who are we to say?
It's something.
No, let's
Let her finish.
Let me finish.
Okay. Go ahead, Dee.
I just say how do we have the gall to tell someone else, famous or not, what they can and can't do on social media and how they can and can't respond when it's their life and they suffer the consequences of it, just like we have the right to do that in our own personal life. I wouldn't tell anybody who's a public figure, you can or can't do that. I'm not living their life. And so for me to critique it, it's just me putting my biases and my perspective on it and projecting on it. But he has the right to do whatever he wants to do, and he will suffer the consequences of it. But to have it be like people saying, I'm not going to be a fan and all this and all that, then don't. Because he's going to still do what he's going to do, and we don't have any control over what he can and can't do. And to think us venting about it is making any impact on what he is or isn't going to do, we have a false sense of what our influence is. That's all. Nobody can tell us what to do. We can't force it on other people either. Everybody has the right in America to do what they want to do. It's called free will. I just get surprised when people get adamant about it. Like, our opinions don't really fucking matter that much at the end of the day because they can live their life the way they want, just like we can live our life the way we want. Everybody has that right in America.
Well, and everybody has a right to leave a comment because he's a public figure. And if you are a fan, then you have to be honest when the person you are a fan of is doing something that he may suffer consequences from. I'm not saying it to be cruel or to try to tell someone how to live their life. Not at all. Mm-hmm. But we all seen this play out right in front in the public. And if he is continuing to do something that is detrimental to his career and his well-being, then I think his fans should speak up if they think so and say that's not the right way to go. I mean, maybe you need to stop that because doing what he is continuing to do and is why he has a restraining order against him. Now, he can do whatever he wants to do. He sure can. But again, if it leads to something else, he will suffer the consequences for it. And if someone doesn't want to support that, they don't have to support that. It's their choice.
Of course not. Of course not.
Okay. So, and I do agree. Everybody's being a Bellatrix, but I just want to say one thing. A few things, but one thing I want to say first is that none of the things he's been doing are aggressive, violent in nature. He's not saying anything to her. You know, their goals or they look good. It's positive stuff on a comment, on a post from the Shade Room. He didn't get put on a restraining order because he was being positive. Things that he's done or, things that he's done in the past were aggressive, or alleged aggressive, whatever. And we've seen that, But the stuff that he's doing now, it's not negative. I'm not saying he should do it, but what I am saying is it's not negative. It's not harassment. It's once in a blue moon. Again, I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. No, because he's not talking to her. No. And this is why I said this morning. People really need to learn to understand bipolar disorder and impulse control. Because even if he was medicated, and I don't know whether he is or is not, even if he was medicated, it would not stop symptoms. All it would do is decrease whatever he's doing and try to balance things out for him. I have clients all the time that I work with severe and persistent mental illness, and they take their medication, and the impulse control is still ridiculous. Just the same shit over and over and over again. No matter the coping skills, no matter the therapy, there's, certain things just don't go away. And so I'm looking at it as he's commenting on a post, on a blog that he follows. He's not tagging her. He's not doing anything negative. He's not making any threats. It probably would be better if he did not comment at all. But at the same time, he's not doing anything harmful. Because he could be completely the opposite. And I am looking at it from the perspective of impulse control and mental health. But it might be better in his favor if he would just own his mental health diagnosis like Mariah did and own some of that so that people could understand. Because to me, social media is just not something he really should have, because it ends up getting him in more trouble, quote unquote, based on people's opinions and what they want because of his impulse control. But at the same time, he can't really connect with his fans in the way that he wants. So it's between a rock and a hard place. I mean, He doesn't always comment. It probably would be better if he didn't comment. But when you have impulse control issues, sometimes you think it's okay to comment as long as you're not commenting a certain way. And I'm not agreeing with it. Sometimes that's just the way it is. So
and he's not, as you say, he's not being aggressive. That's what keeps it from being harassment. He is not going on her page at all. He's going on a page that is a public page. It's not about her. I mean, the page is not about her. It's not a fan page of hers. It's not her page. He's going on a blog, commenting, and it's not negative. He doesn't even write her name, and he doesn't at her. It's not threatening. I mean, because we've seen when he used to be vitriolic and really go at her and argue. That was a different time, and that was a different Chris, and it's a whole thing altogether. And you mentioned hurting his career. It never does. It never, even going to jail, which is supposed to be, in theory, the kiss of death to an R&B artist, not to rap artists, but to R&B artists. That's supposed to be the kiss of death, and yet he had a huge hit when he was in jail, and even after this, it pushed some of his music up on the charts. The streams went up. So for some reason that doesn't fly. It doesn't seem to hurt his career. For whatever reason, it doesn't. Beyond what, the initial harm that he went through in 2009, his behavior has not harmed his career. I don't know what that's about, but he's a talent for one thing. But it doesn't hurt his career. I would argue that.
Well, I don't like to see him comment on her post just because I don't like her getting
Same
shot.
here. I don't like her getting any attention. I saw so many reposts of that picture.
You don't like that free PR, huh? You don't like that free PR.
I don't. But
because I'm beyond ready for her to disappear, honestly. Beyond ready.
But at the end of the day, that's just our own dislike of her. It really has nothing to do with his real reasons for why he responds to whatever. And I just think with his personality type, he wants to be friends with everyone, regardless of the past or what has come to pass. And that is commendable to have that spirit. It's good not to be trying to have grudges with people when they have done you wrong. That is God. So that is what is preached in the Bible. Turn the other cheek. That is what that's about. So at the end of the day, instead of condemning him for coming out and doing that, he's showing us this is what you need to do when you're dealing with people who are coming for you, your enemies. This is how you're treating them. This is what that is. He's showing us an example of that.
Dealing with kindness.
I don't see anything that she's doing that he needs to show anybody anything. It's a picture of her with her boyfriend kissing in a pool, and he doesn't need to comment on that. He can, of course. We all can do what we want to do, but he's an ex. Like nobody wants the ex commenting.
Oh yeah, she does want that.
Picture.
Believe me.
Yeah.
She does want
that. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. For both of them involved. And he does too, which is why I don't understand why he continues to give her that limelight. Like, just let it go. Like, he knows. He said it. We've seen the tweets when he said it to her manager. Like, you can go and book more shows now. So he knows exactly what's going on. Why he does it, I don't know. And what really, gets me upset is that there's a lot of young people on the internet, and it makes them think that he's crazy. Like, that he's so in love with her and he just can't, let go. And it paints an image and a picture of him that is not true. It's not what he is. And it's like continuing to write the story from the previous relationship. And that's why I feel like, I agree with Nikki regarding the impulses and not having social media. And also, I don't think it was Chris that deactivated that account. I don't think Chris would have ever done that. I think it was someone else. And it's because of, if it was him who actually did it, because of those comments.
Oh, my God, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but let me just say this. Chris has said way worse and has gotten way horrible comments and didn't delete. You haven't been on here that long. He deleted his Twitter, was it at least twice back in the day?
At least twice.
Yeah. And do we even know why? I don't even think we know why. He just did it. I mean, that's a risk.
Multiple times too. Like,
yeah.
And then again, that's impulse control.
That's yeah.
That's several times. But maybe that's him saying, I need to disconnect.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it is.
Nikki.
Yeah, it is. But when I say
be
impulse
honest
control
with you,
issues, yeah.
regardless, well, impulse control or not, he's an artist, and I guess a lot of artists can be labeled as bipolar because they don't do things the way everybody else does. I see him as an artist, so I don't look at his disease as who he is, and I'm not label him. I'm not going to label him, even though he has a condition. We all, who knows on this call who has that same condition? And sometimes medication works, and sometimes they really don't. It just depends.
It evens you out. It doesn't fix it.
No,
right. It doesn't cure it. But at the end of the day, he's an artist, and you have a lot of artists who are who shows and displays those same exact symptoms who are not bipolar. So
that's true. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I'm not going to just label it or hang it up on that. This is who he is. He lives freely. He does things the way he wants to do it. Maybe it is due to his condition. I don't know, but I'm not going to presume that's why. Because again, there are a lot of artists out there who do the same thing.
But you don't know whether they have that or not. Like we just learned that Carrie was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Right.
And saying someone has something and saying they are something are two different things. I would never, I'm not saying you're talking to me specifically, but I would never label someone as. But it is important to understand if someone has been diagnosed with a particular illness because it helps understand that person. And with the different mood swings and the different things they go through, it helps to humanize that individual. So while it may not work for you, because of all the other artists and whoever, it's really humanized Chris in a way for some, to understand certain things about him. But if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But, for me,
that's what you need to do.
That diagnosis makes sense for him. That makes sense. And Jennifer Lewis said it best, like, it doesn't go away, bipolar disorder. It took her years to accept that that's what she had, and she was in therapy for years and finally decided to take medication or whatever, but mania and all of that stuff, it's a fascinating diagnosis. It really is. But, he prefers to just say he has ADHD. Whatever. Yeah. Knock yourself out, boo. Whatever makes you happy. But to me, whenever they're talking about different things that he's doing, and he's manic, and he just all of that, it humanizes him more.
Yeah.
So you, and a lot of individuals who are celebrities do have significant mental health struggles, whether they admit it or not, because of the stigma, especially in the Black community.
Especially in the Black community.
So, and there's a lot of trauma there too, but I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, based off of the diagnosis that they put out there in the courtroom, if he doesn't, great, but I can see why he would have been diagnosed with that.
Right. And it's also good to say it's bipolar 2. Bipolar 1 is a way. It's like I can't remember that girl's name. That B.B. Moore Campbell's daughter. That's the worst. The worst one that for people end up in the street and really and committed and that kind of thing. Bipolar 2 disorder it disrupts your life, but it's more controllable. But things like drinking and things like that do aggravate it. I mean, there are lots of things that aggravate it. But
that's what any mental health disorder.
That's true. Yeah.
Drugs make it, make it worse. So
not just mental health, chronic conditions, a lot of different things.
Yeah. Obviously,
that's those exact things. I'm just saying that regardless of his conditions, his medical condition, and if that's what you need to humanize him, I know that he's a human. Period. So I'm not going to be placing expectations on somebody I don't even have for myself. In fact, I'm more likely going to place them on myself and expect for me to be living at a higher level or goal oriented than I am going to place it for someone else who I've never even freaking met. I am following Chris Brown because of his talent, because I believe in his music. I like what he does. I think he's a great entertainer. I am not trying to turn him into a god. He is not put on a pedestal in my world. He's not my king. My king is the person I marry, my husband of this domain. So I just am, I come from a different perspective, and all I'm saying too is I don't think that Tammy, I think that I totally understand where Tammy is coming from, where she feels, this is not allowed, he shouldn't be doing this, and we all shouldn't be doing a lot of things. And again, young people are looking at him, they think he's crazy. A lot of young people, they are impressionable, but at the end of the day, all we know is what we're seeing on this social media. We don't know any of this stuff to be true. So at the end of the day, if you are on social media and you have access to it and you've signed up for it, well, that's your responsibility to understand what's real and what's not. Because at the end of the day, everyone presents a illusion that they want us to see.
Yeah. Whether
it's fake, whether it's real, we don't know. Unless we're in that world with those people, with them, that's the only way we're going to know what's real and what's not.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we posted a little short video. I just did a couple of videos that I saw of Chris in China.
That's real.
Meanwhile, he's in China while everybody's having fits on Instagram, and some of them are deleting their accounts and throwing fits in the whole nine. He's like living it up. Living his best life in the club in Macau. So, I mean,
I wonder what he's in China
he's not even affected. He's not even affected.
I know. It's gone. It's already passed over.
So he wouldn't. Maybe
that's to me, I just feel like this issue is really not a big issue, but the impact of it is really big because it just goes all around and it's spreading more, jargon that he really doesn't need. And it's just saying don't leave a comment because of the situation with this lady. And you don't seem to be able to do that. And then that's when, people start thinking like, is there really a problem? Why can't you just stop doing that? Like, what is the problem with you doing that or not being able to stop doing that? And that's what makes it bigger. We really don't know what's going on, but it's just what we do know and how it looks to us and everybody else. So it probably would be a good idea if he stopped.
He has to be able to do other things, and I mean, he can't live his life to that. He just can't.
All we ask him to do is stop commenting on.
You know what? I mean, we can ask that till the cows come home.
A specific person, and he knows exactly why.
Right.
And that's not who he is, Tammy. You need to see him for who he is and accept
that.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You could be a fan or don't.
I could be a fan and I don't have to be a fan, but that's my decision. But I'm still going to give my opinion. And my opinion is he needs to stop commenting and leave that alone.
Wait, I'm going to get Shay, were you asking a question?
Oh, yeah, I was asking, does anybody know what he's in China for?
Somebody was thinking that he was doing a club appearance, but his dancers are also there because I saw them posting about, worrying about that long flight. So I think there must be some kind of a show, but I don't know. I don't know what or where.
Or they could be doing a video, right?
Oh, that's true. They could be doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That seems like a long way to go for a video.
But they have club appearances from last night that they got posted on Instagram, and I didn't see any of the dancers, but we do know all the dancers are there.
Right.
So maybe he's going to do an actual performance over there.
That's what I was thinking. Does anybody know what's happening?
He's been there since Wednesday, right?
Yes, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Or they left on Wednesday. Did they arrive on Wednesday or leave on Wednesday?
I thought he posted the picture of them leaving, or the plane picture on Wednesday.
Okay, so they left on Wednesday. They probably got there like Friday. It's like almost a day. It's way ahead because they were in the club this morning, and that was like tomorrow night, like or maybe it's tonight. It's just way ahead. So does anybody know anything about what the chart placements this week?
Billboard 100?
Yeah, or any of them. Yeah, any of them.
Well, I know on Tempo went up to number, I think it was 13 today, and it should go to number 12 tomorrow. Freaky Friday. Yeah. And Freaky Friday
Heck yeah.
And Freaky Friday should go to number 14 tomorrow. It's at 15 now today. And that's on Rhythmic though. And on Top 40, the pop stations, I'm sorry, on the pop stations it's going to number 14. It's 15 today, but tomorrow it should be at 14. And on Rhythmic, it's at Urban. It's the Freaky Fridays on so many stations. On Urban, it's going to be 22 tomorrow on Urban Radio. And Rhythmic, it's Rhythmic, it's number 15. Yeah, 15 tomorrow will be 14. And the pop stations, I think it's still at 49. It's at 49 on pop radio because it just entered this last week.
Slow and steady.
Lovely.
Good. That's good news.
Plus, don't we have like little more at 98, 99 million? And somebody said Party reached 200 million on Vivo.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it did. It did. 200. And Pills and Automobiles is speeding up too. It's like what? I think it's almost 160 million now.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Jeez.
I had to go plug in my phone. My phone's on 3%. I'm like, ooh.
I'm following you know darn well. You of all people cannot get disconnected.
I know. Isn't that crazy? And I can barely walk.
We'll be right in the throes of it. We'll be like, and all of a sudden,
right.
Oh, that's another thing. I think it was you, D, or Paula. You posted that Chris is gonna be doing more videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a repost from Riveting. They said Chris has more videos on the way.
So,
we'll see.
That came from Riveting Entertainment.
So there will be more songs from, more singles from Heartbreak on the Full Moon, which there should be. There should be many more.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're
my
doing.
song is one of them. I hope Nowhere.
Nowhere.
See,
we said at the same time. I want Nowhere. Please.
Yeah, that's my song. I still love that song. I listen to it every night.
Yeah.
I know it's pop, but I do like it. I don't know why.
So what y'all think about Chris headlining Staples Center for BET Experience? That's a good look because everybody and their mom's going to be there that whole week. And it's going to be him, SZA, and LMA. That's a good look. 10,000 hours. So that's the concert I'm going to because I know since it's BET Awards, he's going to have everybody and their mom on the stage. So that's the LA show, I guess.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if there were any more dates coming out for the Heartbreak on a Full Moon tour. But now that I found out that this Bristol is somewhere near Northern Virginia, which is it's very close to me, Northern Virginia. I mean, I'm gonna see if I can have a way to get there. Because I was thinking, I'm not gonna be able to go. It's not anywhere near here. Like he forgot about the DMV this time, or maybe it's coming. A date's coming later. But there haven't been any new dates yet. It's been a while. There's still no new dates, so I think this might be it for a while. I don't want to miss it. Even though I hate outdoor venues. Hate them. I don't like weather.
Just hydrate. What's that with the key word? Hydrate.
Hydrate. It's my hair, you know. Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Let's ask what's up besides the Instagram thing. Anybody else got tea? I got little baby tea, so let me let everybody else say their tea first.
Let's hear the baby tea. Let's hear the tea.
No way! I thought somebody like Shay, Sade, they need to be telling us about the video shoots that we know are coming up. Come on, somebody knows something, right?
No, you know, Sade is MIA. We don't know where Sade is. She might be living. I don't know. She may be living up somewhere.
She might be just taking a Twitter break too.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing sometimes. But yeah, remember Chris used to always delete. He used to totally delete his Twitter. He didn't deactivate. He deleted it and had to come back. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna disappear forever, but I'm just gonna disappear. He did that one time. He didn't delete.
Yeah, he gave us a heads up once.
Yeah, he gave us a heads up that time. But he never did that again. He only did that once. The other times we just woke up and was like, "Where's Chris?" Oh no, he used to follow me. You know, it's like that kind of thing. But
oh
no.
My God.
Yes, remember that?
So upset. Yes. Hilarious.
He's following freeze. He's following freeze.
He would follow like 10 Team Breezy every Friday, and they were so excited. They would be so happy. Yeah. Hilarious. D,
and then some of them go berserk and get blocked.
Yeah, that too.
So I was told specifically Chris is going overseas and that we got a summer tour and then we're going to have like a fall winter tour. But we won't be, that part of the second leg of the tour is going to be overseas, like Europe, out that way.
All right. I'm really excited for that. I want to see that.
Yeah, plus with him being number one in the UK with the Freaky Friday. And then Steven CBE said that Chris just barely missed being number one again. But he said it was just by a very, very small amount. But yeah, Chris supposed to be going over there. So I'm ready for him to do international again. And hopefully with the lineup he has, I think it's a pretty good lineup.
When is the Tom Joyner cruise, celebrity cruise? Is he still performing on that?
I just checked it. What was it? April 26th or something like that.
Oh,
through May. Yeah. End of April through May. But we don't know if he's going to be on the cruise or just show up for the concert. Yeah. Because that's a big commitment of time to do a cruise.
Yeah.
The whole cruise. So, yeah.
One day I'll be able to go to one of those. One day.
So have we come to the end of the road here?
We might have. I think we talked about everything. The only thing we didn't talk about on a even happier note is Royalty. These little videos and things she's been doing. Like, did you guys see the little party she was at?
Yeah, party. Yeah.
Some people, let's take a picture over there, and they all run, let's take a picture! Because I don't even know what it was, but she looked like she was in charge, so.
I think that she's in charge no matter what.
Yeah. Because I'm like, her birthday isn't until May, so what are they doing? But it's quite cute to see her interacting with different kids.
I think Grandma was just trying to keep her entertained. Yeah, that was cute. I forgot about that. And didn't she have a red carpet? Oh yes, for.
Oh yes, and she played the Lady Dust. Did you guys see that clip of Royalty? The lady had the microphone and was trying to talk to her, and she didn't look up not one time.
I didn't see that.
On whatever she was focused on. That was funny.
I think
she put a northwest. No pictures, please.
Right.
No pictures, please.
Right.
Yeah, they got
We're
old.
going to use the link for the Coachella to stream Beyonce's performance because supposedly she can hook back up at Destiny's Child. So look out for that. And then tomorrow we might put the link back up again for the last final performance for Coachella. But supposedly Beyonce going to have the girls out there with her.
What other big names are at Coachella that would matter that have yet to perform?
Do we know? Last night, she performed with somebody else. Yeah. Weekend was up there crying his eyes out. So
yeah,
all right. But his face was wet.
Yeah, he did have a tear come out. Mm-hmm. That's kind of sad though, because he's
Yeah, that's good therapy sad. Though. Yeah. Get it out. He'll be all right. He'll be okay. Before we all sound off, was there anything, somebody else, any last questions, anything to cover? It's not like school, we have to think of something. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, well, I'm taking it as a no then. All right, everybody. It was great talking to you all as usual. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you not next Monday, but the following Monday. What's the matter? I don't even know what date that is. Have a great weekend, guys, ladies.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Thanks for joining us on this episode, and we hope you'll join us again at the Vanguard.